You talk about gambling, and I'm watching the Eagles-Rams game.
I know exactly where you're going. Jordan Davis. And here's the reality. This is the direct result of the NFL going from hating and shunning anything to do with gambling to jumping right in bed and loading the pockets. They're the guy in the old game show where you go into the booth where the money's flying everywhere. Yeah. They're just grabbing as many dollars as they can while it's there. But yeah, we're all aware now of the point spread. We're all aware of the ramifications. And how many millions of dollars changed hands because Jordan Davis decided to do not the smart thing. The smart thing, the game's over. Just fall down. You got the win. Because in theory, somebody comes up from behind, does the Don Beebe to Leon Lett, the ball goes out, the Rams take it the other way. The smart thing to do is go down. He runs it in for a touchdown. The Eagles cover. Uh-oh. And it was perfectly legitimate, but when you open Pandora's box, this is the kind of stuff that flies out, and people are aware of this. So it's just part of the stuff the NFL needs to be concerned about, and sometimes I wonder, Dan, are they as concerned as they should be?
What changed, though, with Roger Goodell? Because everybody was against gambling, and then all of a sudden, something changed.
Well, they were holding the rope as tightly as they could against gambling when different states were trying to challenge the federal law from 1992 that basically said no states other than the states that currently have it, Nevada, can have sports wagering. And that became different levels and types of legal challenges until New Jersey finally won. But back in the days when the NFL was actively fighting it, that's when the commissioner would say, for example, and I'm paraphrasing, but if legalized gambling is widespread, normal incidents of the game will be suspected to have been influenced by other things, like, whether it's a bad call or a guy not going down when basic football expectations would be you've won the game, go down. But the normal incidents of the game become fodder for the fixes in. And once they recognized, I believe, how much money could be made, and the one thing that never gets talked about is the fact that owners are allowed to separately own up to 5% of a company that operates a sports book, and they won't tell you who owns what, but they're allowed to be the house too. They don't just have the sponsorships with all the major sports books. The owners individually can own up to 5% of companies that operate sports books. That's where the money is. So it's always follow the money. And I'm a capitalist. I'm not saying it's wrong, but that's what happened. They realized, you know what? We've hated this. We fought against it. If it's going to be inevitable, let's turn it into a revenue stream. And they've turned it into a massive revenue stream.